With us now is Ed Mathews. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you for having me, Donna. I'm fine.
Good. So you're the CEO of the Adapt Community Network. Tell us a little bit about what that means.
The Adapt Community Network is an agency that serves people with multiple disabilities and developmental disabilities, both children and adults. We provide any range of servants from infants and toddlers through preschool to school-age programs, adult service programs, work programs, and we provide both supervised and supported housing to almost 500 people
I was very
throughout the New York
excited.
City network.
I was very excited when I found out that you were coming on this show because growing up, I sang for a patriotic singing group called the Futures of America, and we would sing at the Camp of Wonder every year. And I still remember the camp song. It was like, I'm from the Camp of Wonder, wanna go potty is its name, and once that you have been there, you will never be the same. We're marching to the Johns by night and to the Johns by day, and while you're marching, you can hear us say, we're from Camp, I wanna go potty. I mean, the best thing I think about having a great sense of humor, even when you have cerebral palsy or certain things, is that you can adapt. You adapt to life. You live your fullest life. And I think that's what when I've researched what you're doing there at Adapt Community Network, that's exactly what it's about. It's about living the most enriched life.
And it's why we changed our name, frankly, from United Cerebral Palsy, because I don't think people really want to be known by their diagnosis. I think they want to be known for the things that they can do and the things that, people with disabilities want to be seen as no different than everybody else. And they aren't any different from anybody else. And we try to provide those, we change the world one person at a time. We don't change the people. It's the world that has to change. So, and that's happening slowly everywhere. So
it's refreshing.
That's been our mantra. Yeah.
Yeah, it's refreshing. And in 2022, it's your 75th anniversary?
Yes, it is.
And how will you be celebrating? What types of events and fundraising campaigns, ways in which we can all support you?
Well, thank you. Our 75th gala will be March 10th of 2022. We do that right here in New York City. And, where it's going to be, we haven't been able to do much in-person fundraising since the end of 2019, frankly. So we're really looking forward to that. We're going to have a number of social media events. We're going to have a number of interviews with people that are real change makers in the world of disabilities or in government, and have panel discussions and all kinds of things that I think really show the stark difference from where we were 75 years ago and what people can accomplish now in the integration of people with disabilities. So we're really planning a whole load of events, starting this fall with our annual golf outing, which people are going to be dying to do in person for a change.
I know, isn't that going to be nice? I'm not a great golfer, but I'm a really good mini golfer. So
Me too.
Are
Me
you?
too.
I'm like, also in my research, it was Princess Diana of Wales and the connection that she has. I would love for you to just touch upon that.
Well, in back 25 years ago, we still had the founders who founded the organization back in 1946 and 1947. The Housemans, and they were very good friends with many, many people throughout the world, including, of course, Rupert Murdoch and several people from the other side. And so Mr. Murdoch and several others were very influential in having the princess come over here and attend our dinner. Like many people, she had friends with disabilities as she grew up, and so she thought this was a worthy cause. We also had Colin Powell that year, and that was 25 years ago, and we had them as dinner guests before they were Time Magazine's most famous, most interesting people of 1995. So it was quite an event. But she was quite unbelievable. I mean, she was really much more friendly than I would have thought. But she really was, and it was right at the time. She was famous for being divorced and having all this other turmoil in her life. But she was a very elegant and regal person for sure. But she was very inspirational, quite frankly, and she gave a very inspirational speech at the dinner.
One of the things that I like about you is that you are committed and you're passionate about taking people of influence and blending them together in such a way that people want to help. They want to make a difference. And we've
been very lucky like that.
You were even with John F. Kennedy as well.
He was terrific. He had and this was not something that he publicized about himself, but he started the Reaching Up Foundation, which was a something he did in concert with Family Money. He did this in concert with State University and City University of New York. And this was a way for direct support professionals, those folks who work directly with all of our individuals, to really get a jump start on their college degrees. And every year, as people were graduating or commencing from the program, he would sit and meet with each and every person and know their personal story and talk to them about their lives, their family lives, their wives, their children, their dads and moms and all the rest. And he was, he was much more comfortable doing that than I ever saw him doing as a newspaper publisher or any of these other things. And of course, he was at the time it's called the President's Council on Mental Retardation, now disabilities, but he was heading that in the Clinton administration as well. But that was really something he was very, very passionate and very, very interested in, is the lives of people who helped other people.
Well, I dedicate my life and my journey. My singing director's name was Mr. George Fernald. He passed away a couple of years ago, and it's because of him that I grew up wanting to be other-centered. And I thank you so much. And it's ADAPT, I'm going to get it correct, adaptcommunitynetwork.org. It's a .org.
That's correct.
Right? Thank you very much for joining us today. And I hope to see you. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can be there to celebrate and run the red carpet with you in 2022. But thank you so much.
It would be our honor to have you. Thank you so much, Donna, and thanks for the time today. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Happy journeys to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.